Just before we come up to the news at midnight, a moment for contemplation with Colin Criklidge.
"Hello, Margaret. How are you today?" asked the professor. "Not too bad, but I think I have one of my periods," she cried. "Oh, really? Which one is it this time?" he inquired. "I think it's the 18th century again." "The 18th century? But didn't you have that last month?" "I'm afraid so, yes." "It's not Edward Lear again, is it?" cried the professor. "Yes, it is, I'm afraid," she replied. "But didn't you have Edward Lear last month?" "I believe so, yes," she cried. "Oh, never mind, Margaret. Never mind." "Thank you, Professor," she replied. "Would you care to walk the dogs now, Margaret?" "Yes, that would be nice. Thank you, Professor." One fly said to the other fly, "I think it's jam." The other fly disagreed, believing it to be blood. "No, it's too pink to be blood," said the first fly. The second fly disagreed once again, still believing it to be blood and not jam. Having both gone around in circles for most of the day, arguing and disagreeing about the jam or the blood, the two flies decided to get the wise opinion of the local spider, who was residing in the undergarments of Mrs. Byslag. The spider looked carefully at the two flies, then momentarily at the stain, and said, "I believe it's neither jam nor blood, but a crimson-coloured paint stain dripped from the paint box of Mrs. Byslag's neighbour, Mr. Rembrandt." Then the wise spider began to lick its lips. The two flies looked puzzled and began to shake their wings. But if truth be told, Mrs. Byslag hadn't spoken to Mr. Rembrandt in years, if at all. So the two flies decided to ask the local mouse instead. But the mouse was very hungry and also very unpredictable, and chose instead to eat the two flies and the spider all at once. Then the mouse sat back and took a close look at the stain before them, but had no idea what they were looking at, then went looking for more flies and spiders. Why did the robot bake everyone each a cake? A cake so delicious their mouths salivated intensely for many days. On top of each cake were hundreds of tiny chocolate fish, displayed in several lurid colours and shapes. Each individual cake had an unfamiliar aftertaste that was exceptionally good, with the potential to torment one's taste buds for years. But why did the robot bake everyone such a delicious cake? Eventually the robot went mad, then left town for good. How everyone loved and adored the robot's cake. There was this figure stood unusually still on top of a tall mountain. Its naked body rested like a fortress of mysterious clay, beguiling and puzzling to the gaze. It waited patiently for the rain to come, as the soothing river washed away its fear of horses. Ants played like children inside its head, motionless by the long grass. Clouds gathered around its shoulders, drifting like dust, as birds slept between its legs. Yet nature, it seemed, had forgotten their friend.